Congrats, Sasha, for reaching another Grand Slam final. Not the way you wanted or expected to win. Did you say anything to Novak at the net, and did you expect him to retire after such a tight first set?
I mean, I didn't expect it, of course not. I thought it was still a very high-level first set. I think with a muscle injury, I mean, he knew probably to beat me after the first set, he would have had to play probably at least 3 more hours. And that's very difficult to do if you have a tear, if you have a muscle injury. It's difficult to continue playing at high intensity because it doesn't get better. In the worst case scenario, it gets worse. So that was maybe more it. But again, as I said on the court, I have nothing but respect for him. I absolutely admire him, and yeah, it's the way it is now.
Sasha, from your perspective, is it a net positive at this stage of the tournament to have less time on court, or does having to deal with a withdrawal interfere with your rhythm?
I still think that I played a high-level set. I think we both did. So in that regards, I still play tennis, right? It was not like it was a withdrawal from the get-go, and then I would have had, 4 days off. That would have been maybe a bit too much, because then you feel like you're starting a new tournament. You don't want this feeling before a final. You want to be in a match rhythm. But look, it is how it is. It's nothing that, of course, I wished for, but it happened. I'm obviously happy that I'm in the Grand Slam final again. I'm obviously happy that I have another shot at winning Grand Slam. Was it the way I wanted it to end? No, of course not. But it's how it is sometimes in sports. I've been in his situation, at the French Open, with probably a worse injury. It's life, it's sports. Life goes on.
After the French Open final,
yeah.
you came in and did a press conference, and the last thing you said was, in comparing yourself to him, to Carlos Alcaraz at the time, you said, I have to look at myself and I have to look at the team that I have and see what I can do to become at the same level. I just wondered, in the months that have followed since then, what you did do.
I hired Jess Green as a new physical trainer. My old physical trainer was one of the best physical trainers and one of the best people that I knew. He got some health issues, unfortunately, and then gave me the opportunity to hire Jess Green again. And I was always very proud and very, I always knew that I could last with anyone for as long as I wanted when I was with Jess Green, and I was with him for 7 years. I felt like I was physically one of the strongest players on tour. I was not with him when I got injured. So recovering from injury and coming back from the injury, I think the hard work needed probably to double and to go up even more to become the same level again. And that was the reason why I hired him, to be physically at the same level again that I was, and to be able to compete with those guys. Because I think I said it also after the French Open final, I got tired against Carlos. I simply got tired in the 4th and 5th set. Yes, there were some unlucky moments. The match could have gone a different direction. If the out call would have been called out and all of that. But in general, I got tired, and I didn't want that to happen this year anymore.
Matt.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thanks.
What have you done, or how do you feel in the last couple weeks that what you did in the last couple months, when you were so vocal, in October and November, about how much you were practicing after matches and getting prepared?
I think I was. To be honest,
that paid dividends.
Yeah, I don't think I was vocal about it. I think people just noticed it more. Look, I made no secret about it. I was very frustrated after the US Open. I was very disappointed with myself, with my performance and how I played there. And again, my goal is still to compete with the big guys and to compete for these kind of tournaments and try to win them. And for that, I need to get better. I need to improve on the court. I need to improve physically. And that's why I kind of said to the end of the year tournaments, you know what, yes, I'm going to play them, but I'm going to play them also to improve and to try to become a better tennis player. And I was still practicing throughout the tournaments. I was still doing quite a lot of physical training through the tournaments as well, for these kind of moments, for Grand Slams, and hopefully to be able to lift these kind of trophies. Yeah.
On court, you said that you had a chat with Novak in Shanghai last year.
Yeah.
Can you share some context, and why were you in a tough spot mentally, like you said?
Because I was disappointed after the French Open how my year was going. I was not winning tournaments anymore. I was, again, US Open, I keep going back to US Open, but US Open was extremely disappointing to me because I thought I had a big chance to go very far there, to make it to the finals, and I performed bad, very, very bad in my opinion. And you know, I was just asking him how it was for him when he was when he was having difficult moments, you know, 2016, 17 and all that, how he was coming back. He was always very open to me, and we had very long chats there as well. We practiced quite a lot together actually in Shanghai, funny enough. Yeah, and he was just talking to me about his situations and about his experiences with difficult times.
No, the lady first.
Yeah.
Can you, obviously your opponent's still to be decided, but could you share your thoughts on facing either of the players that
Yeah,
you're facing?
I mean, look, I think Yannick has been the best player in the world for the past 12 months. There's no doubt about it. Won 2 Grand Slams, has been very, very stable in those regards. So definitely, you know, one of the best players in the world. And Ben is very young, very up and coming still. Has unbelievable power. Has a serve that maybe we've never seen before in terms of variety, not only speed, but just what he can do with a tennis ball. But I think it's going to be interesting. I think obviously playing in the night maybe will favor Yannick a bit more, because just simply the ball will not be just as alive for Ben as he would maybe like. But we'll see who it's going to be, and I'm sure it's going to be a tough battle on Sunday no matter who it is.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. Novak said he definitely wants you to win on Sunday, and he's not the only one who said that going to be cheering for you and who wants you to win your first major. In such an individual sport, how does it mean for you to have the support from the other tennis players?
Yeah, it means a lot to me, especially from Novak, I think, who I admire and respect so much. Yeah. It's as I said, I'm looking forward to Sunday. I do feel like I have done the work, and I do feel like I'm ready for it. So we'll see how it goes. I'm very thankful to Novak for wishing me that, and yeah, let's see what's going to happen on the weekend.
Last in English.
Some people have criticized Novak for stopping the game quite abruptly, perhaps not calling the doctor, not considering a little bit more the retirement. Would you have handled that situation differently?
No, because Novak knows his body better than anyone else. It's as simple as that. And also, what is a doctor going to do? I know from his team, because I talked to his team after the match, he was already on painkillers, you know, and he knows that it's an injury that he had before. So, okay, he's going to call a doctor to tell him what exactly? To take more pills? I mean, at some point, there's a limit also on how much you can take. So I think we should stop blaming Novak. Novak has done absolutely everything he could on the tennis court in the last 20 years. I said it on court, he's won this tournament with an abdominal tear, where most players can't even continue playing. He's won this tournament with a hamstring tear. You know, so he's a 10-time champion. I think we should all just respect that in a way, because there's nobody in this sport's history who has won and who has done as much as him. So I think, yeah, there's nothing more to add.